Here we go, second half starting momentarily. Cougars starting this half with a 6-point lead because in large part due to Ellie Lowenstein. He has 15 in the first half, accounting for half of the Cougars' points to this point. Snowy, what are your keys to the second half?
My keys to the second half, Donnie, are actually, scary enough, the same as the first half. Which you didn't hear because my mic was off, but as they were in the first half, we gotta play good defense, obviously. We gotta rebound. We gotta hit the free throws, even though there haven't been many free throws. And we gotta keep the ball moving. We're only gonna win if we hit the high percentage shots, because the low percentage shots, like the name, low percentage, do not go in.
Certainly some deep insight there from the snowmobile. And as we get ready for the second half, Sandy's got the ball here. Cougars staying in their 2-3 zone. Sandy, here we go with 2 on the wing, 2 cross court, taken away.
Moet dives for the ball. Oh, too far. Great heads-up play by Moet. Moet also had 8 points in the first half. Him and Ellie accounted for almost 80% of his team's points.
Quick maths there. And here we go with 13 on the wing for 12. That's Chisholm. Chisholm cross court for number 2. That's Camper. Camper, here we go with Chisholm for Tor. He'll get inside, can't get it to go.
Good defense on the Berman Cougars.
Wants the foul, doesn't get it. Full court press is the game plan for Sandy at this point. Manning up, here we go, Winters. Got it, he'll hand it for Moet. Moet, hand for Solomon, good pick.
Solomon passes to Zombie. Zombie's looking for something. He's holding the ball. Pass it to Ellie. Ellie to Moet.
Cross court for Moet. Moet looking inside. Taken away by Chisholm. And that'll be 2 points on the other end for Camper. Quick inbounds for Winters. He'll look to get by Camper himself.
Ellie loses the ball out of bounds. This is not looking good. This early press is looking to ruffle up some feathers on the Cougars bench and on the court. Sandy brings up the ball.
Here we go with Camper on the wing. He'll look to get inside. He'll find Chisholm. Chisholm, little turnaround jump shot. That is
nothing but air.
Way off.
And then Motor loses the ball out of bounds after trying to get the rebound. Ben Witcher will bring up the ball.
Chisholm looks like he lost his place on the court here. Moet will bring up the ball this time, working on Tor. He'll find Winters with it. Winters looking inside.
It's funny. We got Moet, we got Motor. Mo and Mo.
Very physical defense, but Ben taking control. Get inside. He'll find Moet for Solomon. Thought about it.
So Ellie.
Lowenstein for
Winters in the corner.
Little floater.
Oh.
Can't get it to go. Sandy pushing the ball here. They don't really have numbers, but Chisholm's got it. Chisholm getting inside. Can't get it to go. And a big over the back foul.
Way to stay strong in there, Ellie. Way to stay strong. That's how you play.
As Zach Winters will check in for, looks like Zach Solomon. I was looking around, but he'd already made it to the bench. Here we go with Moet with it. He'll bring it up, working against Tor. Cougars trying to get something to work for them this second half. Still yet to score. Absolutely choking defense by Sandy. Zombie in the corner for 3. Oh my God, he just got shoved on the shot. Refs didn't even see it. And that'll lead to a fast break on the other end for Sandy. No good. Ellie will tip the board. Moet will grab it. Moet with it here. He'll find Zach Winters for his brother Ben. Ben getting inside, a little floater, and it's good.
And it's good. The little man can.
Actually, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dogs now.
Actually, when I see Ben Winters around the hallways, I call him Big Ben. Sometimes ironically, but this time, I mean it. Big Ben scores.
Camper with it on the wing. Will get it in for 50. 50 here for 12.
Zach Winters seems to have picked up the
Wow, that
ball.
might have been a foul. And Marku walks.
Zach Winters is shaking up a little bit.
Hobson will check back in as they go back to their small ball lineup.
just like shaking up on the wing, but he's
got Tor on him, and he'll go by him.
pass it to Zombie.
Zombie for 3. Oh. Camper with it. He'll get inside, and he'll hang a little bit and get it to fall. 32-28. Cougars holding on to a 4-point lead.
Zach Solomon comes to the scorer's table.
Moed with it. He'll look to get inside. He'll find nobody as that ball is out of bounds. Solomon will check back in for Zach Winters. .13 with it here on the wing for Sandy, in for 2. Back to 13 on the wing, back to 2. A little bit of a two-man game. Here we go with number 1. That's Hobson for Marku for Tor. Tor for 3.
Off the side of the rim.
Ben Winters the board. He'll
the
push
ball
it
past
himself.
Zach Solomon. Zach Solomon for the layup. Oh, a little too hard. And now Sandy's come back with numbers.
Tor's got it here.
Tor trying to go coast to coast.
Can't get it to go, but a foul is called on Lowenstein on the rebound, and you know, I think we've seen worse transgressions of the rule by Sandy so far, but the rest don't see it like we do, Snowy.
No, they do not. They do not see it like we do. Go. Number 2 is going to inball the ball all the way back to number 13. Passes it to the corner. Number 2, 13 to number 1. Number 1 drives the lane, hop step, and gets the roll. The Sandy Spring is battled back to only be down 2, and here comes Ben Winters bringing up the ball, guarded by Mo Tor. Ellie Lowenstein passes to Zach Solomon. Zach Solomon passes it back to Ellie Lowenstein. Cuts to the lane, hop step, passes to Moed. Moed drives the lane all the way, and it's good!
Moed is really playing well tonight. He's driving it, finishing it, shooting it a little bit. He's a big part in the Cougars' 4-point lead here. As Tor comes up a little bit shaken there after missing his layup. The follow is good by Sandy. It'll be a 2-point game. Moed with it. Here he'll find Lowenstein. Lowenstein
to Ben Winters.
For Winters. Winters for Moed. Ooh, he had Lowenstein.
Moed's getting double. As coaching calls a timeout as Moed was getting trapped near the half-court line and the baseline.
Swarming defense the second half by Sandy as they've held the Cougars to only 4 points. But the Cougars hanging in there, playing some good defense themselves. Though they control a 2-point lead right now with a little bit less than 11 minutes to play here. Snowy, I mean, Cougars having a tough time with this press, obviously, and the way things are going, Sandy's going to overtake them shortly. If you're Coach Singer, what are you drawing up in the huddle here to try to crack this iron-walled press?
I'm going to try to pinpoint the holes in this press, try to get the ball there, open it up, find the easy layups. Because every press has a big weakness, and Coach Singer's got to find it.
I think just to add on to that point, I think you got to find Lowenstein in the holes in the press, because he's probably definitely the best Cougar at scoring from any point on the court. He can really do it inside, outside, mid-range, 3-point, whatever you need. I think you got to put Lowenstein in that hole. Try to funnel the ball through him. See what you can do here. A lot of basketball left to play. Definitely played some good basketball, but got to make some adjustments to hold on to this lead.
Agreed. As Moed inbounds the ball to Ben Winters, being pressed by number 2. Looks like Zombie Laszlo is coming up to set a screen. Oh, fakes the screen. Passes Zach Solomon. Zach Solomon out to Ellie. Coming out of the down low screen. Ellie for 3.
Ellie knocks down the 3. Here we go with Sandy's got it here. In for Tor. Tor thought about it. Here we go for Marku. Marku's got it for Camper. Camper back for Marku. That's number 13. 1 with it. That's Hobson for 11. That's Tor. Hobson with it here for Marku. Gets there now. Marku with it back to Camper. Marku with it. Great defense by the Cougars. Sandy having trouble finding anything that resembles an opening. The deep three by Camper is no good. Zombie will pull down the board, and he'll find Lowenstein. Lowenstein for Moed.
Moed brings up the ball.
As Moed will push it, a little bit of a hole. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Cougars holding on to a 5-point lead. As Ben Winters has it, he'll get it inside for Moed.
Oh, too strong.
Got to use the backboard there. As Tor on the other end will get a layup.
Easy layup. That is so difficult to defend. Motor goes for the steal again. Moed is Zach Solomon.
For Zombie.
Got blocked. Ellie Lowenstein fighting for the rebound. And it will
Sandy
stay
deflects
with
it out of bounds. Camper checks out here. That's 24.
Zombie sets a screen for Ellie.
Inbounds for Ben Winters. He's got it in the corner.
Moed.
Moed's got it. Kick ball by Chisholm.
That was some good technique. We could have used that on the Berman soccer team earlier this year.
In for Lowenstein in the post for Zombie Lesnar for three.
It has not been there for Zombie since early in the game.
Hasn't been there for Zombie, but I like the attitude. Keep shooting it.
Keep shooting.
As Tor.
And one from Mo Tor.
Wow, that was
an acrobatic play, to say the least.
And one for Mo Tor as he looks to tie this game for Sandy.
It is now a tie game. 37 all. 1 minute left to play in the third. Ellie dribbles the ball, passes to Zach
Solomon for Moed for three.
A little bit short, but Ellie gets the rebound, puts it back up. Ellie. Oh.
Chisholm pulls it down for Marku. Marku with it here for number one. That's Hobson. Back for Marku. Thought about it. In for Tor.
Out.
And Sandy takes the lead for the first time since it was 8-3 in the first quarter. As Cougars struggling to break the press. Ellie's got it now. Finds Solomon. Wow. That looked like a blatant foul. That looked like a blatant foul on Zach Solomon. Refs look like they're playing peekaboo tonight. Only opening their eyes when Sandy has the ball, but that's how it is sometimes. As number 15, that's Azar, checks in for Chisholm. Number 2, that's Camper. He'll come in for Marku.
Gotta agree with you, Donnie. I'm just saying, the refs are seeing something that I am not. I am not. Ben Winters brings us the ball.
Winters with it here.
To Moed.
Moed. And he tries to throw it off Sandy's legs.
Ben Winters takes a charge call at half court. You rarely see that. But man, did that work.
20 seconds left here in the third period. Cougars down by 2.
I don't know about you, Donnie, but if in this situation I'm holding for 1.
Definitely holding for 1.
Don't want to minimize the deficit going into the fourth quarter. Ben Winters brings up the ball. Guarded by Mo Tor.
Solomon's got it. He'll find Lowenstein in the corner for 3.
Oh,
Solomon with the putback layup. What a play.
I've seen it during lunch ball, but man, is it so much cooler when it's in a real game.
That one is no good. And Moed
chucks it up. It goes. Oh, little short.
Nothing but net, Snow. He has 39-39 going into the fourth. Tie ball game.
Tie ball game. It
might as well be 0-0 as we dial in for 8 more minutes of Cougars basketball in a game that, honestly, nobody expected the Cougars to be hanging around. Here they are.
Listening into the Sandy Spring timeout. Matt Huddle is sending the quarter, but the coach does not seem to be happy about the rebounding situation.
I mean, the Cougars definitely have been swarming the boards, grabbing all the rebounds tonight. Not a lot of fouls so far, Snowy. It's something I've noticed.
Yeah.
Definitely from both sides, but it seems like the Cougars have been fouled more often, and the refs just not blowing the whistle.
Right, they've only called one foul on Sandy Spring in this half. Mesmerizing. What can I say, Donnie? They're letting them play. They're letting them play.
Eight minutes left of Cougars basketball. On the floor for the Cougars, you got Lowenstein, Lesnoy, Solomon, Winters. That's Ben Winters and Sperling Milner. I mean, it's basically been those five. We saw Ezra Diamond in the beginning for a little bit, and we saw Zach Winters a little bit. Ezra Diamond was sick this week. Here we go. The ball's taken away by Camper, and he'll get two on the other end.
As we check back in here, I've noticed that Mo Tor, star Sandy Springs player, has not checked back in. Guess the coach is resting him for later in that quarter, where he will definitely be a factor down the stretch.
Milner's got it for Winters. Winters for Milner. He'll look to get inside. He'll find Lowenstein in the corner for three. A little bit strong.
A little bit strong. Number one brings up the ball, passes it to 12.
Chisholm with it. Cross court for Camper. Camper for three.
Good
and it's
pass.
good. 5 point Sandy lead here in the fourth.
That was a quick five from Sandy. Looking to end this game early and not have it go get close down the stretch. Zach Solomon whips the ball into Ellie Lowenstein. Oh, just misses the layup. He fights for the rebound, and he gets it.
Moed with it here. Thought about it.
Pass to the
Wow.
Zombie.
Oh, wow.
Very close.
Number 24, where are you going, my friend? As Moed makes him look a little bit silly there. And Sandy will ask for the timeout. A little bit of a slow start for the Cougars here to start this fourth quarter. And, I mean, they've looked clueless, and they've missed a couple shots, contested, as Sandy's defense is just swarming them at this point.
Gotta say, Donnie, looks we were in a similar situation a whole 45 minutes to go about, where the Cougars were down 5 points. And then they went on a big run. So hopefully Coach Singer can remind him of that early spurt and can get him back on that track.
You know, we've seen it from the Cougars tonight. We've seen them play good basketball, hit their shots, hit their layups, play some good defense. And if they can just flip that switch again for these last 6 minutes, 45 seconds of this game, they have a real chance of pulling this one out. In a game that nobody expected them to be within 5 points past the first quarter. And here they are.
Number 2 brings up the ball, guarded by Zach Solomon. The Cougars seem to be extending their 2-3 here. Tour for 3. Little far. And Winters with the rebound. Lloyd brings up the ball. Spin move, finds Ellie. Ellie finds Zach Solomon to Zombie. Zombie drives baseline, passes to Ben. That ball had some heat on it.
Tripping on the Tor there. Stuck his leg out as Ben Winters pivots, and Ben hits the floor. Hopefully he's okay. Foul called that time. Cougars will get the ball on the side with 6:18 left in the fourth quarter.
Moen drives the lane, gets it to go. Moen has been there this whole game.
Camper with it outside. Cougars extending their 2-3 like you said earlier. Let's see if they can get to the wings though.
Number 1 with a nice Euro, but cannot get it to fall. Zach Solomon brings up the ball.
Looking at it himself. And a blocking foul is called.
Zach Solomon helps up the man who fouled
Some nice bourbon sportsmanship from
nice bourbon
Zach from Zombie.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it.
And a quick two for Zach Solomon.
Zach Solomon. You'll love to see that. Wow. Heads up play. Heads up fine. And now the Cougars only down 1 point.
Chisholm with it. Cross court for Hobson. That's number 1. 2 with it. Hobson's got it.
Zach Solomon.
Solomon nearly takes it away.
Nearly takes it away.
Hobson, cross court for Chisholm. Sandy passing it around. 2 for 1. Thought about it. Back for 2. Takes a dribble.
1 off the backboard. No good. Chisholm with a rebound. Throws it off his man's knees. And now there's a jump ball.
Jump ball. That'll stay with Sandy. As 13 will check back in for 12. One with it in the corner for 3.
Good play call there by Sandy, making them think they were going to throw it inside. Instead, kicked it up for 3, and they hit it.
On the wing, he'll find Lowenstein. Solomon's got it in the corner, dribbles it around, resets it for Winters.
Winters drives the lane, kicks it to Ellie.
Cross court for Zombie. Moed.
Right,
that's
pump
inside.
And it's good!
Another 2 from Moed.
Moed has came to play. Come. My bad. Number 2 has the ball up top, guarded heavily by Zach Solomon, passing number 1, 1 to 13. 13 drives slowly, hits Tor. Tor throws up a forced layup, and Ellie throws it down to Zach Solomon, up, and it's in!
Tie ball game, Cougars get it going.
Game.
Tied up at 47, 2 with it, bringing it up for Sandy. Sandy, we go 1 on the wing.
And he
throws it away.
Sounds like this crowd is getting to Sandy Spring. They've come alive. Matt Winters brings up the ball.
4 minutes left. Sandy in a half-court man defense, it looks like. A little bit of a trap here.
Not going to lie to you, Donnie. My heart is pounding.
A Zombie. The pass gets tipped and bounces off Zombie out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Number 13 brings up the ball.
12 with it here outside. He'll find 13. 13's got it, thought about it. Back to 12 for 2. 2 with it on the wing, thinking about it. Back to 13. That's Marku. 2 is Camper for 12. Chisholm.
Zach Solomon trying to jump the
Camper
pass.
for 3.
Oh, too short.
No good. And loose ball foul called on number 11, Motor.
Call for the over the back.
Moed boxing out pretty well.
Mo versus Mo. What a great battle there's been tonight. Ben Winters brings up the ball, guarded by Motor. Looks like Sandy is extending their zone to almost half-court press.
Moed's got it here. He'll find Lowenstein. Lowenstein in for Zombie. Back for Lowenstein for 3.
A little far.
Couldn't connect there as 2 brings it up. He'll go all the way. Met at the rim by Lowenstein.
Followed by number
24.
24. Ben Winters brings up the ball. The Cougars are now down 2. This press seems to be getting to them a little bit. Let's see if they can break it.
Chisholm takes it away here. 2 with it for 13. 13 for 24. And 1.
And 1.
Wow.
Good play.
Coach Singer begging for a travel. Doesn't get it. I mean, I thought it was too. But that's the story tonight. Refs going back into the show. I mean, it's not nighttime. You got to stay awake. Got to make those calls. But either way, that'll be a As the free throw's no good, and Tor pushes him off, gets the rebound. 2 shots. I mean,
Wow.
it's basketball, not mixed martial arts at this point, but refs are refusing to make those calls.
The atmosphere here changed so fast. It was shaking, and then now it's just quiet. Well, let me tell you, Donnie, I've seen a lot more intense comebacks happen in 241.
I mean,
so stay tuned.
I'm all
this
for
game
let
is
the
far
boys
from
play,
over.
but such blatant calls that are just missed time and time again. Tor goes 1 for 2. And the Cougars down by 5 yet again. Struggling with this little zone trap. Solomon's got it for Zombie in the corner for 3.
It's good.
What a time for him to hit that 3.
What a big time shot from Zombie Lasnoy. He came to play on senior night. Come on, Cougars, let's get this win.
2 with it for 12. In for Tor. 2 outside. Back for 12. That's Chisholm for Marku for 3.
Oh, it's short.
Lowenstein pulls down the board. Finds Zombie Lesnoy.
Zombie slows the ball down. Hands it off to Ellie.
Ellie
to
cross
Ben.
court for Ben.
Ben
For
is Zach Solomon in the corner.
corner.
Zach Solomon drives the lane. It's good!
And he gets it
Tie
to
game!
go.
Tie game!
Looks like the scoreboard miscalculated it there. But they'll update that. Tie ball game, tied at 52. Cross court for 2. Gets it inside for Marku for Chisholm. Chisholm for Tor. Wow.
Tor
What
with
a
the
move by
effortless
Tor.
baseline spin move.
Moed's got it here for Winters. In for Lowenstein. For Solomon for 3.
Oh, it's far.
A little bit too excited there for Solomon. I like the shot selection, but gotta line it up before
1:21
you
to
let it go.
It is far from over. Timeout, Sandy. I don't know about you, Donnie, but I'm getting a little jittery out here. Game coming down the wire on senior night against 2 of the top teams in this area.
I mean, Cougars really playing an amazing game. I don't think anybody thought they'd be in this game with 1:19 left, and here they are. They're down by 2. They've led for a lot of it. It's been back and forth. They've been able to score. And, I mean, Sandy's looking very human right now for a team that's arguably the best in the PVAC league. Definitely as good as any other team. Split the season series with McLean, who's also up there. But Sandy just, I mean, the Cougars handling Sandy, and that's really been amazing to watch.
It gives you good hope for the playoffs.
You know, Snowy, I was thinking that 1:19 left, the timeout's called. I was thinking, what is there going to be to talk about? You know, the Cougars are going to be down by a lot, but they're not. They're just not down by a lot.
They're hanging in there. They're hanging in there. And even if they don't win this game, which I'm not saying they're not going to.
Even if they don't win, it's definitely a statement.
It's very promising. Gives them a very promising chance in the playoffs and even in the Sarachek tournament later in the season.
Here we go. Timeout is broken. That'll be Sandy Wall with 1:19 left. Sandy is up by 2. Thirteen's got it here.
Guarded by Zach Solomon.
Cougars falling into man here. Something they haven't seen. Something that we haven't seen from the Cougars yet today. And I don't think Sandy was expecting it. So they go right back, call a timeout. Snowy, we were just here 8 seconds ago. Not much to talk about at the timeout.
Right. I'm just looking at how symmetrical the scoreboard is right now almost. The Cougars have 54. It would be 1-1-1, 54-54, 4-4, and 4. Funny isn't that? Funny isn't that cool?
Snowy, you've got quite the eye. You've got quite the eye.
Very sad, very sad.
Here we go. Cougars break timeout. Sandy taking a little bit longer.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cougars still in man here, it looks like. Tor is isolated down low. I wonder if they'll look to that. As they get the ball in for 13, for 12, that's Chisholm. For 2, that's Camper. 2 with it here. They'll go right by Winters. Get to the basket, can't get it to go.
Mowat with the rebound.
Big rebound by Mowat, and
Big
a
rebound.
reach-in foul is called.
Mowat came to play.
Sandy manning up here.
Mowat inbounds the ball to Ben Winters. Here we go, guys. Less than a minute to play. Let's see what
Winters
happens.
with it, he'll find Mowat. Mowat's got it here. Mowat will find Lowenstein.
Jab step, drives.
Can't get it to go, and Chisholm pulls down the board.
Less than 40 seconds to go. Let's see what happens.
Almost lost it there. 13's got it now. That's 12. 12 with it.
Drives to
He's got a little bit of a lane, and he hangs and gets 2. Mowat's got it. He'll find Zombie. Zombie thought about it. He'll get
Zombie
it back to Mowat. Mowat's with it. And
Mowat
that
throws it away.
ball is taken
that's-
away. And Tor on the other end will get the
slams
dunk.
it home.
And that might be all she wrote, just like that. Here we go.
That is all she wrote.
That's all she wrote, just like that, man. It really ended quickly there. Probably had more time, but Cougars lose a heartbeater. Definitely a strong performance.
Definitely a strong performance.
Definitely big things to look forward to.
Big things to look forward to. This is definitely a statement that
All
they
right,
are
signing
not going
off.
anywhere.
I've been Donnie Deutsch.
So this is Noam Snowy Roth. And another great game of basketball here at the Berman School
All right,
on
thank
senior
you.
night. Thank you. We're
Good
out.
night.
Good night.